Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, The Adventures of the Rugged Retiree. Today I'm out actually just testing the camper, installed some solar on the roof and a set of new batteries, and you know how it is after you've parked it all winter, you want to make sure everything works. So I've got a little bit of time to myself here, so I decided to yank the trailer out from the driveway here and come out to a place called Juniper Campground, which is fairly close to us here. In between Kamloops and Cache Creek, and this particular campsite is actually really well known for rail fanning. So if you're a train spotter, I do enjoy the trains myself. A lot of people don't, but hey, if you do, this is definitely a really good spot to come and visit. And I'll show you some of the clips as we're filming the trains going by. In this particular campground, right on both sides, across from the Thompson River, you have the Canadian Pacific Kansas City rail, and it's elevated, so you get a really good look at the trains. And on the other side, which you kind of got to walk on the other side of the campground for, you'll see the Canadian National. So that's kind of a cool setup. It's a little bit unique in that way, and we're going to see if we can't do a little bit of fishing. And I brought my metal detector today too. You never know what you could find on the beach, right? So I'm going to do a little bit of that because I had a day and a half to kill. So we're going to get busy and make sure that my fridge works and the hot water tank and all those things that can go wrong over the winter time. So as we're testing things out, we're going to go out there and have a little bit of fun. So doing a little bit about around the campsite here, and all I found was this little hairpin so far. Did the detector go off? So I think we'll head out by the boat launch here and see if there's anything interesting down there. Looking for stuff on the non-ferrous side, which would be gold related or anything that's not got iron in it. Everything showing up so far is on the iron side. Ooh, a bottle cap. Nice. 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 A square one. That's got to be, that's an original. I was picking up something in there. It's a piece of iron. Oh, there you go. It's in a little tiny fishing hook. That's awesome. Well, it's in the evening here. It's getting about 6:30, and wasn't thinking I was going to be able to have a fire here tonight, but the wind died down, so that's kind of nice. So I'll have a quick fire. And I ran into some people that were fishing, and we didn't catch anything either. That's okay. They were here about a month ago, they said, and they limited out, so maybe the fish are kind of moved on, but maybe I'll try in the morning and get out there and see. It's good to just kind of get out, you know. Talk to another couple here in the campsite. A couple other retirees, and they had an interesting take on things as well. So the guy had retired at 61, and he went back to work part-time. He just wasn't quite ready for retirement, which is understandable. It just wasn't his time yet, but he went back to work for a couple years, and then he decided that he had enough. So second shot at retirement here, and it's a few years later, and he's definitely enjoying it this time around. I guess you got to kind of get your head wrapped around retirement, what you want to do, what it looks like, and then it's kind of like anything, you know. You know how when you want to go somewhere and you've got this thing in your mind about what it should look like, and then it just doesn't really pan out to look like that? You know, retirement could look like that for a lot of people as well. And, you know, that can be tough. And it's understandable, you know, how that could all kind of play out. Um, you just got to be ready, right? Got to get your head wrapped around it. But there's a lot of guys that, you know, maybe they retire because they hate their jobs, or they hate their bosses, or, you know, that type of thing, and probably the wrong reasons to retire. But in some ways, it kind of forces you into it. As I was fishing today, I was kind of having a bit of a chuckle to myself, because I was thinking about my buddy Clayton. And you know, Clayton's you know, he's right into the outdoor stuff, and he's retired now. And Clayton used to come into the control room a lot of times, and he'd bring some smoked fish that he had, or, you know, some smoked game, or whatever. And you know, he's essentially just sharing his bounty, right, with the guys at work and whatnot. And I remember just getting a good laugh, because Clayton was like, you know how guys say worst day fishing is better than the best day at work? Yeah, I heard that before. He says, that's a load of crap. When I get out there to go fishing, I'm out there to get the fish, right? So that was pretty funny. But yeah, I always loved working with some of the guys that I work with over the years, and some of those friendships and relationships have continued on, and some haven't, actually. You seen the episode at the Kelowna Outdoor Show where I met Paul. So Paul is dialed into the Rugged Retiree, and you know, he's been a source of encouragement for me, which is, you know, more than welcome. And one of Paul's passions is actually for fly fishing, so he offered to teach me how to fly fish, and you know, I'm going to take him up on that. Hopefully this summer, more than likely this summer. I don't like to put things kind of off to the side. I like to make plans right away, and if there's a spot in my calendar, I like to jump out there and do it. So looking forward to, you know, learning how to do some fly fishing with Paul. That'll be a really good experience. Catching fish or not, it's just even the camaraderie, the learning a new skill, right? Fly fishing is quite a bit different than anything else I've done. He's done a lot of fishing around Rock Creek, I believe, and Soyuz area, and yeah, that'll be fun to get out there to do that. I like to just get outside and you know, enjoy nature and whatnot, and this is really what I'm trying to accomplish through the channel. And just a reminder, you know, that I'm really hoping to strive to get guys to get outside and do something. It doesn't really matter what it is, just don't be stagnant on the couch. You know, get out for a walk. You know what? And a lot of you are young enough when you're retiring here. You know, we'll say even 55, 60, whatever. For a lot of people, it's a good time to adopt a dog as well. You know, the dog will definitely get you out of the house and into some exercise. It'll give some meaning and purpose to your life. I mean, the dogs can't really be on their own for very long, right? Or, you know, you get a cat, but you know, most people aren't taking their cats out for walks, right? So a dog might be a little bit of a better option there. But whatever it takes for you to get off the couch and be consistent in getting outside and just enjoying life. So you can go to these markets that they have. Like our town has got a market on Saturdays, I believe, and you know, there's crafts, there's people selling food and vegetables and all that kind of stuff. It's a great way to support your uh, local people, the smaller businesses and whatnot, and you know, buying eggs from somebody that's you know, doing it on their farm. And there's just opportunity to talk with people. Like, why not, right? Everybody's always friendly, I find. Not so much like Paris, but you know, that's just a great thing I find about Canada, and quite frankly, you know, everywhere that we've been in the U.S. as well. The people have just been very welcoming. That's why I like to visit there as well. And just get out and spark some friendships and whatnot. I was just talking to this younger couple here. You know, they were inquiring about my trailer and stuff, right? And it's like, yeah, are you gonna do a video on your trailer? Because you know, I had told them that it was 27 years old, and they're like, wow, it looks like it's brand new. And we repainted it last year and sanded it and all that, and you know, I had a lot of help, I'd say most of the help from a couple of buddies of mine. And you know, we sanded it all down, stripped it out, took the windows out, did all that stuff, and just had a just even good fellowship, right? Crack some beers or whatnot, and talk about various things. But at the same time, you know, it's hard work, right? And it's always good to have people around that you can you can rely on, and people that can help you, you know, do these big projects. Because I'd never done anything like that before, and you know, a friend of mine had offered. I said, well, you know, I can do that. And I was like, holy mackerel, are you like, really? Oh yeah, I used to do body work and whatnot. And like, wow, okay, so let's peel another onion layer off your buddy, right? Because you know, we find out more and more about our friends as time goes on, and you know, you think you know everything about somebody, but just things just keep creeping up. So anyways, I guess this episode here is just a reminder to find those things that can get you outside, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. You know, little things like that. Campgrounds, like, well, this one here that I'm at right now, it actually doesn't even open until May 15th, I believe, the May long weekend. And I can come down here. You can just go down to the campsite and have a fire, right? Roast a wiener, whatever. Do a little fishing, come out and just make a day of it, right? There's lots of different things that we can do. We're going to go down to the boat ramp here this summer. That should be fun. Still remember riding my bicycle down to one of the docks there, and I don't know why it's just always so comical down there, and it might be because it's ocean fed down there as well, the Burrard Inlet. And guys lose traction, their vehicles are not capable of towing the boat that they're in there, they can't back up, they leave the leg down and wreck their propellers pulling the thing out or whatever. There's just always something going on at the boat ramp for whatever reason. I have no idea. But when I rode my bike down there, I still remember, just kind of watching this go on, and I was only sitting there watching it for like 10 minutes, right? And there's 4 retirees there, and they're all lined up on the dock, and they're just walking, and they're like their hands are up, right? Like they just can't believe what's going on. And I remember saying to the guys, "Hey, well, this is pretty good entertainment, isn't it?" And it's like 2 in the afternoon, and it's pretty hot, right? It's a hot day out there. And he says, "Good entertainment." He said, "We haven't been able to leave here. We've been here since 8 o'clock, right?" He says, "This has been the best day of my life. This is so hilarious down here. I can't believe that, so much can go on." So, watching the boat ramps is free, and you can make a day of it. Go pack a picnic lunch, go sit down there and watch the shenanigans, right? Because, there's just always something going on at the boat ramp. It just seems to be the way that it is. I hope you're getting outside and, just doing something meaningful, or it doesn't even have to be super meaningful. It just needs to be, getting out and getting a breath of fresh air. Don't sit on the couch, especially on days like today. It's nice and sunny out and whatnot. Just find something to do. If you can't get out, maybe you're not very physically fit yet, go for that little walk. Kind of like back when I was all buggered up with my broken femur and broken back and stuff. Just create little milestones for yourself, of course, all within, whatever your doctor thinks that you can handle. Just, go for that little walk, right? You go 100 yards, 100 meters, whatever, right? And, next week you go 200 meters or whatever. You just increase your stamina a little bit and a little bit more, and hopefully, you can build that up, and it just gets easier to get outside. Those are the things worth doing, because we need to take care of ourselves. Okay, care about you guys, and I'm really glad that you could join me. And just get out there and do something, and we'll talk to you later. And I hope you enjoyed this particular thing. I know there's a lot of talking in it, but sometimes I got a few things to say. Just like I said, a reminder of what the channel's about, and I hope you're following along. I got a ton of adventures planned for the summer. A lot of it's going to be camping in this trailer, but we'll be out paddleboarding and hiking and seeing different things all summer long. So I hope that you'll join me then, and I'll see you on the next one.